croeso i FC Cymru. In today's special episode, we'll be celebrating International Women's Day with me, Gabriella Jukes, and the Vice Chair of the FAW Youth Council, Begw, Elain. Begw, croeso. Great to have you with us here on FC Cymru, and it's great to be here as well in your home of football, Caernarfon Town FC.
Croeso mawr I ti, Gabriella. It's lovely having you all here, and I can't wait to catch up with you throughout the show.
And on today's show, we'll be finding out what it's like with both of us growing up in different parts of Wales. We'll also be finding out what it's like being part of the football community as well, and the effect of the B Football mentoring programme had on Begw's life. 4 years ago you applied now, since you were on the course last. That's crazy to believe, isn't it?
Times go so fast, and I'm just so lucky I got to be a part of the programme.
Well, I had such a positive experience myself on the programme last year as a mentor, and I can honestly say it was such an inspiring project to be a part of, and full of inspiring and empowering women as well. But of course, today's show isn't all about us. We'll also be exploring the incredible work of the monumental Welsh women while we celebrate the unveiling of the Lady Rhondda, and we hear from Helen Ward, who plays a part in this project as well. And finally, we'll be hearing from Begw, who is a former Community Coach of the Year winner, as she'll be taking on the Football Coaching Conference. But Begw, it is a bit windy out here, so shall we head in for a cuppa?
Yes, syniad da, let's go.
Felly Begw, ni yma mewn ti fewn nawr, achos ti fas oedd e'n gwarthus yn fe. o fan fi wastad wedi gweld ti o gwmpas y lle yn gwneud gwaith gyda'r FAW, gyda pêl-droed. Mae'n wych i weld chi yn tyfu lan am beth chi'n neud nawr, mae'n hollol gwych. Fel wedys ti, ti'n gweithio nawr gyda'r clwb yma yng Nghaernarfon. Tyma bach amdano beth chi'n actually neud? Fel chi'n gallu dweud wrthyn ni?
Felly, dwi yn rhan o dîm marchnata clwb pêl-droed tref Caernarfon ers blwyddyn o fan. Mae blwyddyn wedi hollol fflio. O'n i efo fel am 4 mlynedd, a wedyn nes I adael nhw pam o'n I yn symud i'r brif ysgol. Felly, swydd fi ydy jyst fatha bod yn gyfrifol o'r cyfryngau cymdeithasol a wneud yn siŵr bod yna cynnwys yn cael ei paratoi. Mae'n swydd mor braf, mae pawb yma jyst mor fatha gefnogol o bob dim, ac mae jyst yn glwb special iawn.
Gwych, ac nes ti dweud fan'na, fel mae pobl yn cefnogol. Wrth gwrs, ni yn menywod sy'n gweithio yn y byd pêl-droed a chwaraeon. Beth yw profiad ti o fod yn menyw yn y byd pêl-droed, yn wedyn gweithio gyda fel tîm dynion?
Mae o'n jyst yn gwestiwn rili anodd, ond dwi'n meddwl beth ydy, pam nes I ddechrau, o'n i'n 14, so o'n i'n blwyddyn naw, dwi'n cofio mynd i ysgol, a dwi'n cofio hogia yn dweud fatha, pam ti'n fatha yn ffilmio dynion o balli. Ond dwi'n meddwl, mae sports media, mae wedi dod yn rhan mor fawr o'r gymdeithas o balli. A dwi jyst ddim yn meddwl amdano fo wan, achos nes I fynd I Ewrop efo tîm dreshi, ac fi oedd yr unig hogan yn rhan o'r tîm. A diolch yn poeni fi o gwbl wan de.
Beth mae'n teimlo fel nawr I weld rhywun ifanc hefyd fel Mared Griffiths, sy'n nawr yn chwarae gyda Manchester United a nawr cyrraedd tîm menywod Cymru sydd yn gwych I fod yn mor ifanc ac o'r ardal yma. Mae hi'n dod o'r traws newydd ydy hi?
Yndi, mae'n dod o'r traws y fynydd, a dwi'n meddwl mae jyst yn hollol anhygol be mae Mared wedi wneud. Dwi'n meddwl hefyd mae o yn danos I Cymru gyfan bod yna tal lenta lleol yn Gogledd Cymru, a dwi'n siŵr wneith Mared jyst wneud yn wych.
Ydy, wrth gwrs, ydych chi'n gweithio eisiau gymaint trwy'r iaith Gymraeg yma hefyd yng Nghaernarfon, yn gwahanol efallai ty fi yn y de a profiad fi, ond beth mae'r iaith Gymraeg yn neud I ti?
Mae'r iaith Gymraeg mae o yn rhan fawr o dref Caernarfon. Dwi'n meddwl mae o yn bendant yn yn un o ardaloedd lle mae'r iaith yn cael ei siarad fwyaf. A dwi'n meddwl ar gyfer y clwb yma, mae'r Gymraeg yn rhan mor bwerus, rhan mor naturiol o'r clwb, achos mae'r cefnogwyr mwy na lai i gyd yn Gymraeg. Dwi ar y funud newydd sefydlu podlediad ar gyfer y clwb efo Andy ag mae i gyd yn Gymraeg. Ia, dwi'n meddwl mae'r iaith Gymraeg mor gry a gobeithio fydd o yn rhan o'r clwb am byth de.
Ie, wel, o ran fi, mae'r iaith Gymraeg wedi helpu fi siwr gymaint. Pryd nes i mynd i brifysgol wedyn, ar y cwrs fi, o fi oedd yr unig menyw oedd yn gallu siarad Cymraeg. Felly, pa byngod oedd rhywbeth yn dod mewn, unrhyw cyfleoedd, fi oedd yr un oedd yn gallu gwneud hwnna. So mae wir wedi agor gymaint o drysau. Fi mor falch a brwd bod fi'n gallu siarad yr iaith.
Yndi, dwi'n meddwl mae Ian Gwyn Hughes o'r Gymdeithas Pêl-droed Cymru, mae wedi hollol newid perthynas yr iaith Gymraeg efo pêl-droed. Wel, da ni mewn cymdeithas rwan lle mae yr chwaraewyr a'r tîm yn fodlon yn gwneud cyfweliadau trwy'r Gymraeg. Mae yna caneuon Cymraeg yn cael eu canu yn y stadiwm.
Wel, yn siarad amdano menywod ysbrydoledig, wyt ti wedi weld y statiw sy'n mynd o amgylch Cymru yn dathlu Monumental Welsh Women?
Do, dwi wedi gweld nhw. Mae yna un o Gran Ogwen yn Llangrannog, a dwi'n meddwl bod o mor gyffroes ac bod o yn wbath fydd yn rhan o hanes Cymru am byth.
Gwych, wel, nathon ni mynd allan i weld y statiw Lady Rhondda a clywed o Helen Ward, a cafodd hi ei gwahoddiad i fod yn rhan o'i hanes.
An amazing woman, a suffragette. She got involved in the suffragette movement. She became involved in all sorts of campaigns to help women's rights. She got involved in the law, changing the law for women basically when women were voiceless.
What an incredible and strong woman she was, and how she's paved the way for so many people since then. You know, the suffragette movement was unreal. To be part of something that somebody so influential and incredible, just to have a small part in that is yeah, really, really special.
It was the artist's idea because she wanted to link modern day Newport women to the legacy of Lady Rhondda. So we immediately thought, well, who are the women that we think deserve to be part of this sculpture? We wanted people from, sport, we wanted people from politics, community activists, so there's a whole range of people involved.
It's a life-size piece, so I wanted to have life-size cast hands of women of the community, and they're all holding each other's hands and they're supporting each other. So it's a symbol of women holding each other onto each other physically and saying, right, I've got you, I've got you, I've got you, and the hands symbolise that. So we're all women helping each other. And then the final piece is I'm going to have Lady Rhondda herself holding onto the last hand of the circle.
To have that visual representation, that tangible object, if you like, to say, actually, all these people have done all these amazing things, and this person in Lady Rhondda has done all these incredible things, I can do that too. I love the idea of the hands and how she said it's all about women, supporting women, and I really love that, and the idea of everybody helping each other up, and that's exactly what the statue is intended to do.
Men were trying to stop her doing everything, her whole life, and she just battled on. No, not having that. No, change that. And she just steamed her way through her life. She survived the sinking of the Lusitania. So my statue is kind of commemorating that as well, as little narratives of the link of Newport being a seaport. I'm sort of depicting her as this strong woman, and the narrative again is like a figurehead of a ship. They sort of lean slightly. So she's leaning slightly, and she's leaning forward, and she's sort of looking to the future. So it's a nod to women of the past, but it's also a nod to the women of the future. And we've got a little girl who's come along, who's 6, who goes to school in Newport, and she's got a tiny little hand this big, so we're going to stick her hand in as well. So she's the next generation, so she can come along when she's a grown woman and say, that's me when I was little. And that's what this is all about. It's about, celebrating women.
I think, you know, to have a part in this statue for, you know, on behalf of the Football Association of Wales is incredible, and, you know, it's important that, and it's really good to be recognised for what has happened with the team and what we continue to inspire to do.
Wow, what an incredible statue that is for such an inspirational woman, and how amazing is it that those women, like our very own Helen Ward, get to be a part of its history. So Begw, now we've moved, of course, from the Morgan Lounge into the TV lounge here at the club. So hopefully this will be full of people in the summer supporting Cymru for the Euros, right?
Yeah, definite.
Well, of course, those are a bunch of incredibly inspirational women here in Wales. But speaking of inspirational women, you applied for the Begw Football Mentoring Programme a few years ago now. Can you tell us a bit about that involvement and what got you to apply in the first place?
So I was part of the first programme back in 2021. I think I was like doing a video for the FAWales Trust on football, and Beth, she said, oh, like there's a new programme, and I think you would like really love to be a part of it. And then I went home and I was so like happy to see the FAW are like doing something to increase like women in sport, really.
And what was that process like for you applying to get into it?
It was a really like easy process. I reapply for the next upcoming year.
Well, that's amazing to hear, and of course that shows just the influence that it can have on people. And of course I have had experience on the course as well, but a bit different to you. I was on there as a mentor just last year, and growing up there wasn't many people I could kind of follow and maybe look up to in the industry, so to be able to be someone perhaps I needed when I was growing up is a really lovely thing. How do you feel that it's impacted on your life since doing the programme?
It was really overwhelming to see like other girls doing the same job as me and has the same interests as me, and now it's so amazing to see, because I know there's like so many girls was on the programme with me is now like working full time for the FAWales, so it's just so amazing to see.
And what sort of doors would you say it's opened up for you, and what opportunities have you had since taking part in it?
I think definitely like working with my mentor Beth, she gave me like so many confidence in myself, and just go and just get so many opportunities as you can get, and yeah, I'm just so glad, and I'm just really looking forward for the future.
So you mentioned there already that you've applied again for the programme this year, but what's next for you, do you think, in terms of your career?
Well, I'm currently studying Welsh with journalism. I'm in my second year. I would love to be like Sianed David one day.
What I love about the course as well is that you get these amazing guest speakers come in, like Laura McAllister, Sianed David as well has come in to chat to the mentees as well. So what advice would you give then to anyone thinking of applying for the programme this year?
I would just like told them just like go for it, cerwch amdani go iawn. It's like a life changement program, and yeah, it's just like so amazing, and you can make friends for life.
Definitely, it's such an incredible thing to be a part of, and whether you want to apply as a mentee or a mentor as well, that option is there. Now on to another inspirational woman then in Begw. She's a former Grassroots Awards winner of Community Coach of the Year, and she had the opportunity to go to the Football Coaching Conference, so we sent our cameras along to find out how it went.
I'm Begw. I'm here this weekend at the FAW's Coaching Conference. I was lucky enough to win the FAW McDonald's Community Coach of the Year. So yeah, let's see what the weekend has to offer. I started coaching probably about 3 years ago. It was almost like a favour. Someone sort of said, hey, can you turn up and manage these children for an hour, and I said yes, and then ever since then I've gone on to do my C licence and recently my B licence, and I coach pretty much 4 times a week on top of my normal job. So I coach at 2 development centres for girls and then a ladies senior squad and a under 11 squad, so yeah, pretty busy schedule. I think the main thing that grabbed me about coaching was probably the fact that you can help so many people. I'm really lucky to work with a great bunch of players of all abilities, from grassroots level to development centre, and each player sort of have their own individual personalities, and like I said, as a coach you just want to keep helping these girls improve and get better at football. Awesome first session. How did you find it in front of couple of hundred people, especially where it's all pretty much male dominated today?
Yeah, obviously you still have those butterflies before you go out there, but once you're on the pitch I think you sort of think, oh, it's a session again. And I was fortunate, I had the girls I coach week in, week out, so that was a lot easier than some of the other coaches that didn't know their players. But yeah, in front of, I think there was 450 people here. It is a bit daunting, but I just love coaching, so when I get on that grass I think it's really good to sort of just get on with it really and do what you're passionate for.
And I guess really for me, someone who has come here today and I don't really know many people, I've sort of seen mentors like yourself, what advice would you give someone like me who is sort of out of my comfort zone?
It can be really daunting going into that sort of room when you don't know where to go, I guess. So I think that's a massive sort of credit to you for doing it first of all. But I think, yeah, it's just about believing in yourself is a big thing. You've every right than anyone else in there. You've done your coaching badges and, a B licence holder, and, you're coming here to learn and develop, and that's what everyone's here to do. So I think it's just, yeah, keep believing in yourself and not get sort of knocked by confidence, and not think that you're not good enough to be here. And there's so many role models in the game that you can look up to, and yeah, hopefully one day you might be on this pitch. So obviously you've been to the National Coaching Conference. What are you going to take away after this, and what's your aspirations after coming to this conference?
I think for me my aspirations is, now I've done the B licence, is sort of just keep experiencing coaching and keep learning and sort of look to that next level, and something like this over the weekend has really helped me to see, maybe like you said, where I could be potentially is obviously the hope and the dream. But I guess it's just a good learning experience to, like you said, network, meet people, push yourself out of your comfort zone, and then hopefully in a year go for the A licence if I'm lucky enough to get on the course.
I think that's the important thing. I took, I think it was 7 years from my B to my A, just because I wanted that experience of coaching. It's different for everyone, but I think, it's when the time is right for you. Don't force it, but if you're confident enough to do it, it's definitely a thing to really push yourself and go and do.
Really enjoyed this weekend. We've seen loads of different coaching styles throughout the weekend, and hopefully this season at Caerphilly Castle girls I can bring back some top tactics from Thierry Henry, and we can hopefully go and win our first competitive season.
Well, it was so interesting to hear there and see Bethan's experience at the Coaches Conference, and what a wonderful opportunity for her as well to see and meet all of those incredible role models. But unfortunately, this does bring us to the end of this FC Cymru episode. And Begw, it's been absolutely special to be here with you in Caernarfon. Diolch fawr iawn I chi am gael ni yma.
Dim problem o gwbl, siwr, mae wedi bod yn hyfryd cael chi gyd yma. Please dewch nôl yn fuan. It's been lovely having everyone's here, and please come back very soon.
I'm sure we will. Pob lwc I chi am popeth yn y dyfodol. Good luck to you as well with everything. A diolch yn fawr iawn I chi am wylio. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I'm sure we'll see you very soon. Hwyl am y tro.
Ta-ra!